Well, Elon Musk has made a surprise first appearance in the White House beside Donald Trump. The world's richest man is leading a massive government cost-cutting exercise on behalf of the president through his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. While Trump has given him more authority to cut the federal workforce, Musk has denied leading a hostile takeover. Let's listen to him now as he faced questions from reporters, beginning with one about his critics.
Detractors, Mr. Musk.
I have to what?
Including a lot of Democrats.
I have detractors?
You do, sir.
I don't believe it.
Say that you're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government and doing it in a non-transparent way. What's your response to that criticism?
Well, first of all, you couldn't ask for a stronger mandate from the public. People voted for major government reform. There should be no doubt about that. That was on the campaign. The president spoke about that at every rally. The people voted for major government reform, and that's what the people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit, and if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt. I mean, it's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking because we spend a lot of money on defense. But if that just keeps going, we're essentially going to bankrupt the country. So what I really want to say is, like, it's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential. I mean, these things, it's just common sense. It's not draconian or radical. I think it's really just saying, let's look at each of these expenditures and say, is this actually in the best interest of the people? And if it is, it's approved. If it's not, we should think about it.
What are the checks and balances that are in place to ensure that there is accountability and transparency?
No.
Well, we actually are trying to be as transparent as possible. In fact, we post our actions to the DOGE handle on X and to the DOGE website. So all of our actions are maximally transparent. In fact, I don't think there's been, I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the DOGE organization.
For more on this, here's our reporter, Jessica Saltz, to dive in further. Jessica, this was the first appearance of Elon Musk in the White House. What can we make of his presence in the Oval Office?
Well, I think usually we're used to seeing presidents sitting in the Oval Office answering reporters' questions themselves. But here we saw President Donald Trump largely deferring to Elon Musk, for Elon Musk to detail his own plans to massively slush federal government spending and its workforce. And this is entirely unprecedented. Elon Musk is not an elected official. He's a political outsider. He's an ally to Donald Trump. And as he was talking, in fact, Donald Trump was signing an order that would even expand Elon Musk's plans to cut the US federal government workforce even further. So this is entirely unprecedented and untraditional in ways that Donald Trump often is, that this political outsider is being given expanding power.
There he was, standing there, literally, almost holding court. Remind us again what DOGE is, and is it as transparent as Musk insists it is?
Well, DOGE is the Department of Government Efficiency. It was set up by Donald Trump. It is headed by Elon Musk. And these two men say that it is there to tackle what they say is the waste and the fraud that they see in lots of these sort of federal agencies and programs, for example, USAID, the Development Overseas Aid program that these two men would like to see slashed, and so on. So they say that this is going to be a boon to the taxpayer who is currently bearing the burden of inefficient federal agencies. Now, Elon Musk says that DOGE is incredibly transparent, that it details all of its actions on its website and also on its Twitter account. But when you actually look at those two places, it's very difficult to find out what DOGE is actually up to. In fact, what you read is a lot of rhetoric, a lot of anecdote, but very little actual fact. Now, DOGE isn't a federal agency, but it has an office in the White House. We don't know how many people work there or who they are, which feels quite opaque for a task force that claims to be so transparent.
You and I both watched developments out of Washington, D.C. over the last several weeks, we should say. There's been a fair amount of grumbling in some quarters. But has there been any substantive pushback against Donald Trump's attempts to slash federal funding and essentially upend the government?
Yes, there is becoming an increasing amount of legal action trying to put the brakes on Musk and Trump's plans to really sort of bulldoze through these federal agencies. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this moving forward. Just a few days ago, a federal court stopped Donald Trump's plans to freeze billions of dollars of loans and aid assistance. And also recently, a different judge put the brakes on Trump and Musk's plans to put USAID workers on paid leave. So there is quite a lot of pushback, and I think we're going to see more of that. A lot of grumblings, of course, about the fact that Musk also, there's a bit of a conflict of interest because Musk is a businessman whose business has received a lot of government money over the years. So certainly a lot of grumbling, as you say.
It's the DW's Jessica Saltz. Many, many thanks, Jessica.